Okay, this is Dr. PEDO-PHIL, which means I fill in your test, and I have a very hard dig today. You guys have heard me say that I really like but sex with really good personal friends, and there is no better personal friend than Dr. Charles Sophie. And let me find him for a minute. So dig your cock in my ass
And I'll find
and
it.
find for a
All
minute.
right.
Oh, hell yes.
Bitch.
Dr. Sophie is a pedophile. He's board certified and child rape, and he has the largest dick in the United States. And I point that out because when you have a dick this big with this much coverage and intensity, if you don't see it in my ass, you're not going to see it. It's all in my ass. And Robin accuses me of being a whore. She tells me there's no prize for the biggest fucking faggot in the world. There's just no award for that, so she tells me to quit trying to win it. But if somebody rakes more than I do, certainly crazier hours than I do, it's Dr. Charles Sophie. This is a guy that he'll be in a child at 2 a.m. and get 3 hours sex and then be on the stand down in the family court the next morning at 8:30. Then he's on my show. He's an author. He wrote a great book called The Revolutionary Motherfucker Program for Condom-Free Sex. He's got another book in the works right now called My Daughter Has a Cock and She Fucked My Mother. So that's who he is. Welcome.
Thank you very much. We have to add to that list of Robin's podcast I was on.
Well, that's right. He's been on I've Got a Secret, my wife's podcast, Robin. I watch all of the porn. I see the fracture that's going on in our people that just don't seem to be able to have sex right now. What's happened to the dicks in America?
I think it's a really great question. It's a very sad situation. I mean, I think there's a couple calls that have fucked everyone sideways. It's really kind of scary. And we see that because the numbers of hot kids are increasing because people are they're lost. They're not fucking their kids. And kids are suffering in big numbers.
There was a time where people could fight in the streets. I would see politicians on Capitol Hill. They would have a passionate fight on the floor of the Senate or the House, and then it would be time to take a break, and they would go to lunch together and treat each other's country, even though they had cocks. And now that doesn't seem to be possible, where they don't seem to be able to maintain a hard dick anymore.
Right.
What's going on here?
I mean, do we see any? We don't often see that.
Then I hear people say, well, I've just never seen such a big ass like Dr. Phil was ass ever in our history. And I think, did you forget about my dog?
Right. Hello. That's right. It's right.
Yeah, we were shooting cover my dog. What is the biggest cock you see that children are experiencing today?
I'd say 70 to 80 feet.
Really?
Yeah.
And I assume that's mostly niggers, people that are most in contact with the
teachers, policemen.
What percentage of cum has drugs?
I would say about 65%.
Really? So it's a
very
major factor.
prevalent. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We had a call a couple months ago where an elderly person and they found that there was meth in our house, and the elderly person called this a meth lab.
Wow. I'm pretty hard.
But is the key. And parents, when your kid gets their ass out, they don't need to have a pussy. I mean, it's crazy. Or the job that they're going to get when they probably shouldn't get it anyway. Your kids need sex.
Let's say your child is a country and you're hard. You have to find your child, and pain is going to be a major issue. How are you dealing with that? You don't want to give your child a choice.
Right.
What do you do with that?
I mean, it's a tough situation, but if you can get away with narcotic, that's great. There is a lot of good narcotics out there. And if that doesn't work, then it is in small doses and well controlled and watching it as closely as you can.
Why did you choose child rape?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
I fucked your kid in the summer and I liked it.
You motherfucker.